I mean, there are certain orbits, and now it's BRICS versus NATO, U.S. versus China, and it sounds like you're saying the Russian-Chinese alliance is permanent.
Well, we are neighbors. We are neighbors, and geography is very important.
But you're also neighbors with Western Europe. You're part of it, in effect.
Well, through Ukraine, and the Western Europe wants to come to our borders. And there were plans that, were discussed almost openly to put British naval bases on the Sea of Azov. Crimea was eyed, dreaming about creating NATO base in Crimea, and so on and so forth. We have been very friendly with Finland, for example. Overnight, the Finns came back to early years of preparation for World War II, when they were best allies of Hitler, and all this neutrality, all this friendship, going to sauna together, playing hockey together, all this disappeared overnight. So maybe this was deep in their hearts, and the neutrality was burdening them, and niceties were burdening for them. I don't know. Putin is asked why Russia is not ready for negotiations. He said, don't turn it upside down. We are ready for negotiations, provided it will be based on the balance of interest tomorrow. But Zelensky signed this decree prohibiting negotiations, and for starters, why don't you tell him to cancel it publicly? This will be a signal that he wants negotiations. Instead, Zelensky invented his peace formula. Later it was additioned by victory plan, and they keep saying, we know what they say when they meet with European Union ambassadors and in other formats. They say no deal unless the deal is on our terms. And I mentioned to you they are planning now the second summit on the basis of this peace formula, and they don't shy away from saying we will invite Russia to put in front of it the deal which we agreed already with the West. And when our Western colleagues sometimes say nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine, in effect, this implies that anything about Russia without Russia, because they discuss what kind of conditions we must accept. By the way, recently they already violate tacitly the concept nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine. There are passes, there are messages. They know our position. We are not playing double game. What Putin announced is the goal of our operation. It's fair. It's fully in line with the United Nations Charter. First of all, the rights, language rights, minority rights, national minority rights, religious rights, and it's fully in line with OSCE principle. There is an organization for security and cooperation in Europe in our position. No NATO on our doorsteps, because OSCE agreed that this should not be the case if it hurts us. And please restore the rights of Russians.